HarperCollins presents Emma's Secret by Barbara Taylor Bradford, read by Bea Holland. Prologue 2000. Time present and time past are both perhaps present in time future, and time future contained in time past. T.S. Eliot, 4 Quartets, Burnt Norton. Prologue. She sat very still in the chair next to the bed, holding her grandmother's hand. It was so quiet in the hospital room she could hear her breathing, the breath coming in soft little intakes and exhalations. The old woman's face was relaxed, the tension gone from it as she dozed, and she appeared to be younger than her years, younger than she had looked in a very long time. Perhaps she will get better, Evan thought, her eyes on her grandmother, the person whom she loved the most in the whole world, except for her father. She wished he would get here. He was driving into Manhattan from Connecticut, and had left several hours ago. She couldn't imagine what was making him this late. Evan glanced at her watch, and when she saw the time, she realized he was probably snarled up in the late afternoon traffic of Manhattan. Rush hour was imminent, and Thanksgiving was next week. Too many cars in the city today, she decided, trying to relax. A moment later, Evan focused on her grandmother once more, and a small sigh escaped her. She couldn't imagine her life without her beloved Gran in it. The prospect was bleak. She had been suffering with a kidney infection and had gone into kidney failure. It was only a question of time. Glynis Jenkins Hughes, the Welsh girl from the Rhondda Valley who had arrived in America 54 years ago as a GI bride. Come to these shores to join her GI husband Richard Hughes, and bringing with her their small son Owen, conceived and born in England when Richard had been stationed there in the Second World War. And she's been as much a mother to me as she has to Dad, Evan decided, leaning back in the chair, closing her eyes, allowing a fund of childhood memories to come flooding back. Gran, always there for them, always laughing, full of fun and gaiety, her warmth and love so abundant, her capacity for caring boundless. Her mother had been ill for as long as Evan could remember, and still was, a manic-depressive living in a world of her own, out of reality, out of their lives in a certain sense. One day, many years ago, her Gran had come up to Connecticut from New York City and had taken over, muttering that they were all too little to fend for themselves, and adding in a quieter voice, but not so quiet Evan didn't hear, that a man needed a hot meal to come home to at night, as well as loving arms to hold him, a good woman to give him comfort and warmth and understanding, to boost him when he needed it, to bolster his confidence. Gran had spent several years sheltering her and her 2 sisters, Elaine and Anharad, taking care of them, running their young lives. She had been full of robust energy, enthusiasm and goodwill, a happy woman, comfortable in her own skin, who wanted only to share her joy in living with them and their father, her only child. Which she did so profoundly, Evan thought. And she's the best part of me. She made me what I am. Finally, opening her eyes, Evan glanced towards her grandmother. A smile broke across her troubled face when she saw that Glynis was awake. "You were dozing, Evan," Glynis said weakly, her voice whispery. "Not really, just resting my eyes and thinking, Grandma." "About?" "You. And how you took care of us so well when we were little girls, and Dad too." A smile touched Glynis's lips, and quite unexpectedly her rheumy old eyes cleared, became alive, very bright and shining, the blueness remarkable in its intensity. Squeezing her grandmother's hand, Evan exclaimed, "You'll be out of here soon, you'll see."
Sample complete. Ready to continue?